Hi, this is Meteorologist Steve Pellettiere, and I'm the Weatherman. Thanks for checking into the weathermanpod.com on your Sunday, the 12th day of the month of January 2025. Well, I had a little coating of snow across the mid-Atlantic and northeastern states. It looks like southern New Jersey down to Cape May, the Delmarva Peninsula, West Virginia, northern Virginia, Maryland, all the way out to Kentucky and Tennessee. So several inches of snowfall, but it's now very quickly offshore. And now as we're looking at the weather situation for today, it's going to be a fair day from D.C. up to the Boston area, looking at sunshine and temperatures generally ranging in the upper 30s, lower 40s, all with generally fair skies and, most importantly, with lighter winds. It looks like mostly clear skies at night down into the 20s. Monday looks fair, just about near 40, or the upper 30s, lower 40s once again across the northeast. But as you head towards Tuesday, a strong frontal system currently working its way through central and northern Minnesota will be arriving in the east, and it's going to cause temperatures to go only to a high of near freezing, somewhere in the lower 30s on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, possibly even Friday, although we are seeing a little bit of a warm-up towards the end of the week in the northeast. If you're flying on this Sunday, looks like the weather situation well improved in the Newark area. No problems there. The winds have subsided, so back to normal operations. Up in the Boston area, a little bit stronger winds and some cloud cover and even a few snow showers there. That could slow things up just a bit. Out of D.C., it's looking pretty good. Baltimore, no problems there weather-wise. No problems in Charlotte or Atlanta. Central and South Florida, still on the cool side, but they do have fair weather, and fair weather also in Houston and in Dallas-Fort Worth. Looks like some snow is moving towards Chicago, and still, once again, snowy conditions up at Minneapolis, St. Paul. And it's going to continue there at least through the daytime and into the evening hours tonight. That's a strong frontal system and that Arctic high that's moving south. Out on the West Coast, looks like generally dry conditions for much of central and northern California and southern Oregon. But as you'll head up towards Portland and up towards the Seattle-Tacoma area, they will have some showers, but not heavy areas of rain. As a matter of fact, high pressure is just to the west of Oregon and Washington State. That's going to start moving in, keep their situation on the dry side. Unfortunately, though, we do have the conditions that are going to be setting up once again for those Santa Ana winds. And here's some information on that so that you get an idea of what's actually going on in central and southern California. Now, every year between fall and spring, and we're right in the middle of that right now in January, Californians experience gusts of dry wind that many times just causes a lot of folks to have some problems with watering eyes and stuffy or runny noses. And sometimes it's really strong enough winds, the Santa Ana winds, to even topple some trees. Sometimes they get up to about 40, 45 miles per hour. The Santa Ana winds, as they're known, are naturally occurring phenomena that are made possible by the geography of the western U.S., and they become particularly dangerous when combined with the climate conditions such as drought. Now, in California, it looks like they usually get a little bit more rain in January, but it's been on the lower side, and it has been very dry there for the last several months. And we're hoping that maybe they'll get into some rainy conditions, but right now it's still very dry. And that increases, of course, the risk of wildfires, of the ones that were raging the Los Angeles area this past week and still have that potential once again this upcoming week as the Santa Ana winter returns. This year's gusts at times approaching hurricane strength were more widespread than usual. And they were coupled with that exceptionally dry weather that I spoke about so far this winter. And it was the ideal conditions to cause 37,000 acres of land to be scorched, and of course all those thousands of homes and residences to just lose to the fires. And that's because of that naturally occurring wind that just blew it right through the sea, especially around Ventura County and Santa Ana County, which gets their name from the winds that do predominate, especially in the winter months in those places. Actually, this fire situation is a little bit tougher than normal because in California, the Californians usually think of late summer as the time where they have that fire season because it's been so dry during the summer months. You know, there's one reason why it's so beautiful in California, because it doesn't rain. But when it does rain, it pours, as the song goes. And unfortunately, we haven't had that, and that's why we have that reignition of the Santa Ana winds coming up for this week. Let's hope that things are a little bit better. But then again, hey, a lot has been burnt so far. It's all about the San Gabriel Mountains. They're the ones that are the culprits. And the wind's coming down slope from there. The air gets compressed, dries out even more so, and it's just the spark. It needs a spark for causing fires and then to result in these tremendous wildfires that they've had in California. So let's hope for the best for this week. In the meantime, some nicer weather for the Northeast, near normal, near 40 degrees for today and tomorrow, but it does get cold for midweek. And we'll update this forecast and the weather situation for you first thing tomorrow. Have yourself a great Sunday. Talk to you first thing on Monday. Take care.